Welcome, everyone. Juicy J running the show because it is my day. It is my anime. It is Bleach, baby. Back again, Thousand Year Blood War arc. Let's freaking go. I am joined today by my good friend over here, Mr. Isaac Ice. And as always, welcome to Whip. Brent, thank you for being here.
Of course. At this point, we're all part of each other's shows. Is
Let me
that
tell you.
like
Pretty much. I will say it is nice being on the other side of this and not like having to moderate or none of that.
Let
Like
me
Juicy
tell you.
J, like this is Juicy J's project, so he has to handle all that now.
And I am
I mean,
here
I'll help
for
out
it.
where I need to, but you know,
So we're just talking about a sweatshirt. It looks like a nice sweatshirt. We're not going to blur that out since I'm running it. That's a good one if you want to promote anything you want with on this channel right now. You got a Pepsi deal? Let's throw it in. Anyway,
no,
but
hey, we only do Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar.
that stuff is so good though.
Dude, it hits just right.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, getting back on topic, we're here for Bleach. It of course aired today. For us, of course, the actual official air date was October 11th, but 10 for us, who aren't a day ahead in the future. So I was pretty hyped for it. Everyone knows I was pretty hyped for it. I think everybody knows my general consensus, but you don't even know. But let's get into it. Guys, I want to know what y'all thought about this first episode, and we are going to start with our special guest today, and that will be Brent. What you got for us, bro?
well, okay, so I don't follow Bleach. I've watched only episodes like 1 and 2 of Bleach, so I don't know Bleach. But I understand that I appreciate the hype around this. I do. And what I watched today was quite enjoyable, and even though I don't have that emotional connection to the show that you guys do, it was still a great episode that I watched today. And like I could feel I could feel it when watching it. It was anime is so good this fall, you guys. Anime is so good this fall.
Oh my god, you've been saying that a lot actually lately. That it's just been a good year. This is just a great time. Honestly, we need to have a discussion about that. Just like let's just focus on the positives, Like, but right now I am positively enamored myself. I'm glad to know that even though you only watched a couple of episodes with it, that you still enjoyed it.
I got chills when Ichigo showed up. Like I got
Bro,
chills, dude.
bro,
I got chills.
Mm,
Showed up.
I'm gonna talk about that, but those are your initial reactions to it. Now let's go move over to Ice. Ice, what did you think?
I
No,
typed it in our Discord, but I can't say that on YouTube. But let's
that's
just
fair. It's
say,
PG-13.
let's just say, I was, in a sense, I was the thing of the Fantastic Four,
You were enamored.
Mhm.
No, I was a rock.
Mm.
It'll,
Had a case of the
so,
vapors.
so here's the thing, right? So, I mean, if you've been following us for a while and followed our podcast, like way back when, I've said this on numerous occasions that growing up, it was always, for the most part, you either like Naruto more or you like Bleach more. And I've known more people to say they like Naruto more. And me and my brother, for the most part, feel like we were. I don't know. I can't speak for Jacob. But I think Jacob agrees that for us, Bleach was our favorite out of the two.
I'll
And
be
that's not to say we didn't
hard-pressed,
enjoy
but
Naruto.
yeah, but
Huh?
I'd be hard pressed to agree to that because that man is like Naruto's fandom. Like
Yeah.
but I do agree. He knows just as much about Bleach as Naruto. I wish he could be here, but family, whatever.
Yeah.
Baka.
Overrated. But anyway, so Bleach. I've watched Bleach from the very beginning on Adult Swim, and I
Yeah,
followed
baby.
it. And I remember the days where it just randomly stopped. They just stopped showing episodes, and I'm like, what happened? And I guess there was like a contract dispute or something. But basically, it took like what? Would you say, Juicy? Like a year, maybe 2 years
For it to
for it
finally.
to come back. For it to
Mhm.
come back. And I remember just every Saturday, dude, on Adult Swim, just watching other animes. I'm just like, man, Bleach needs to be right here, and I need Bleach. Like, what is going on? I remember I was going crazy over it, and then it came back, and and I watched that through its entirety. And I mean, granted, I skipped the last season because honestly, that was just fillers. I just watched the last episode where they show Ichigo. Huh?
Wait, you skipped the last season?
No, I'm talking about after the battle with Aizen. Like we're
Oh,
basically like that, like not the it's like Bleach. Unlike Naruto, it wasn't a whole season, but it was like a good amount of episodes where it was just straight fillers.
mhm.
You
Yeah,
remember? You remember?
you're talking about the Soul Mod arc right afterwards.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that sucks because I mean we could talk all day about that. We're not here for it, but I will say that had to be one of the best filler arcs I've ever watched. And every animation was hand drawn. They made sure they made a statement. They would not use recycled scenes and
Well,
stuff like that. But
well,
continue.
that
Sorry.
well, I'll go back and watch it. The reason I didn't watch it then is because I was burned out from Naruto and all their fillers. So it was I had just got going through Naruto fillers, and then I get to that point, I'm just like, I'm no.
Did you
So
watch the
if it's
Muramasa arc though? Did you watch the Zanbakuto Rebellion arc? Because that
yeah,
is
yeah,
okay. I will say,
yeah.
like, come on, bro.
No, like no, like
You
literally.
can't not watch it. I guess if you're watching
Yeah,
on
no, like I
Toonami.
said. Yeah, no, I watched that. I said like it was literally the episodes right after the Aizen fight in the
So
last
did you?
episode where
So did you not watch the Fullbring arc?
the what?
So the final season isn't Aizen. The final season is the Fullbring arc with Ginzhou, not Grimjow, but
Grimjack.
Ginzhou.
Oh yeah. Yes, I think I seen that.
He's a
Yeah.
human. He wears black. Uh, he knows how to pull human strength from themselves. It's kind of hinted that
Oh no,
Chet.
actually, I said no, I didn't see it.
You
There,
need to go
I
watch that
will.
because it's
I
very
will.
actually they literally showed some things you should have known about in the room from it
Yeah.
is straight canon. It's from the manga, bro.
All right, then cool, cool. Because the reason I didn't watch it is because I remember I was on a Reddit page where everyone was saying, "Don't watch it. It's just filler and this and that." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
The Soul Mod arc was at that same time the manga was still going into the Fullbring arc, and
Right.
by the time Soul Mod stopped, they did the Fullbring. It's like, like
That would make sense because there's a like on at the end of the
like
episodes where
asking
it's showing
questions.
it's showing like the recaps. There was like a few like all of it. I like 95% of it I remembered. And there was a few instances where I was like, "What the hell is that?" So that could be it, right? But anyways, all
He has his
just to wrap
powers
up.
back because it's like
Yeah.
there was something
So
more.
yeah, obviously. But so all in all, just so that way I don't spew too much. I thought it was a great way to reintroduce Bleach back out to the anime community.
Fantastic, yeah.
It set a tone quickly, and
How
I
long is it?
appreciated it.
Sorry. How long is it? How long has it been gone this time around?
10 years. About
10
10
years,
years.
dude. Like a decade, man. Yeah.
I thought it originally aired in like 2010.
Like Bleach
Bleach?
itself, it started a long time ago. That thing,
Oh,
Bleach
really?
itself,
Okay.
started in 2000, what, 3, 2?
I
Actually, I have to go
remember
look that up.
I remember it was near Naruto. I think Naruto was out
Okay.
first, but they were like toe to toe with each other. I'll look it up, G's. Go and give your impression, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
2004.
I don't know
October
why
5th,
I was.
2004.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
Naruto was out in 2002, October 3rd.
Oh, wow. So it ran till around 2010, give or take, and then it ended, and it's been gone since.
yeah, it was beautiful.
It ended.
I mean, yeah, it kept going in the anime, and that's its own thing. But like they
The
swore
manga.
they would, or yeah, well, yeah, in the manga. I'm sorry, and they swore they weren't going to do the 1,000 Year Blood War arc. They're like, this is where we're stopping. Baby, we now. Oh my gosh! I like from start to finish, from the music by Shiro Sagisu, from some of the original voices coming back. I still wanted to confirm if Ikaku was a different voice actor or not. It could just be that they're trying to showcase that he's older now and like maybe a little less high pitched. But I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. did very well to showcase, the game coming back, all the work they put into it, how much better they are. Um, it was.
What if? I'm sorry. What if they
Go ahead.
waited until the technology caught up? That way they could finally do it. Like, what if they're our technology now is good enough to get a series out there, but for this, it needs that grade A. It needs that Attack on Titan type of graphics. It deserves that, and maybe that's what they were waiting for, and they finally have it because
I mean,
it looked beautiful. This year, it looked beautiful.
I loved every minute of it, and that I'm not gonna spend too much time just yet on it. I'm just saying initial. I mean, guys, I had to mute myself because I was like, I'm just sitting here like I was like, get to go to the show. Like I was like going with it. I'm just like, this is the best. I had to watch it again. Like as soon as we got done, I loved it. So you know, I actually really appreciate having you here, Brett, because like you said, you've only watched a few episodes of it. You respect the fandom, you respect the series. So would
Mhm.
you say this was a successful jump up? Would you say that this was a very successful start to, or would you say it's like were there some things that you thought
It
were
it got me hooked. It like, I mean, I'll be watching it. I will eventually get caught up on the older stuff too. I think I need to upgrade my Hulu account to where I don't have to endure commercials. Um, because I one of the reasons why couldn't really binge, like I started watching Bleach like a few weeks ago. I think I told you that.
Mhm.
And like the commercials, like, oh my God, like I've gotten so spoiled with no commercials. So I think I'm gonna have to when w- I think I'm gonna have to upgrade my here's the thing. So a little bit of backstory. Uh Last year for Hulu, I was gifted basically $1 a month for Black Friday, and that ends here probably next month. So I don't want to like tinker around with my settings yet until that like deal has expired. And then once that deal has expired in a month or two, then I'm gonna upgrade to where hopefully Hulu won't give me any commercials because I don't want commercials. I want to be able to, I want to be able to just watch nonstop in peace so that way I can legitimately binge without being like annoyed.
No, I agree. That is a
Yeah.
great way. Like that is true. But you didn't have any issues with the show itself. You think that it was a
No.
great start, very powerful, very
Yeah.
strong. You're not just saying that to make me happy, are you?
No, no,
Hmm.
it's funny how like Isaac mentioned like animation stuff. So Studio Perriot, who does the animation, I think that's what their studio who does the animation for Bleach. They also do Black Clover, and Black Clover did encounter some animation snafus during its run. So I'm really
Yeah,
hoping.
man. There was some, yeah. Because I'm sorry to cut you up, but like I
Yeah,
started watching it, and there was some. It looked like smeared paint
I
on the
just
wall.
Well, I think some of those were stylistic choices, but there were definitely some corners cut, and I hope that they don't cut any corners with Bleach.
I
And I
definitely
hope
agree.
and I hope they don't cut any corners whenever Black Clover returns. So, um,
I think cutting
um,
corners in Bleach would be very detrimental, quite
Find them.
detrimental. Like
I will
especially
John
with
Wick
their
them.
so guys. I know random. Isaac, like what was there anything you would have changed about it? Did you think it was just the perfect release? Do you think it's
There
good?
is one thing I want to change, but there is one thing.
What's up, bro?
I feel like with it being the first episode, there should have been 2 episodes.
Oof. So admittedly, I wanted to keep going.
But we can't have it all. And another thing, like I was saying earlier, but it's not a big deal to me, right? It's not that big of a deal. But it's been so long since I watched anime subs because with work and school, I don't have time to like do my assignments and read what's happening on the screen. I'd rather just be able to hear it, look over, and whatever. And for me, Bleach was one of those animes where the dub was fine. Like there was no complaints for the dub voice acting, and even watching it subbed, my like I was telling you guys, like my mind was changing their voices to the original dub voice actors. So it would have been cool with this type of series. It would have been cool, like if they were like, you know what, we know how hype this is, we know how big of an anime this is, and not only that, we're trying to get a new audience, like a younger audience that may have never seen Bleach before. I would have. my dream one day, and I know it's a high unlikely thing, but I would love for sub and dub to come out simultaneously.
I
Yeah.
would I would too. And Crunchyroll is doing that with a couple of I think they're doing that with Mob Psycho this season, same day dub. I
I
was
hope
really
so.
hoping My Hero was gonna get same day dub,
Yeah.
but you would
'Cause
yeah, you would think that for some of the more hype stuff that they would do same day dub.
'cause my thing is like, I mean, I know for sub they'll hate me saying this, but if you have to delay it a little bit just so you get that work done to where you do it simultaneously, I'll be like, please do it. Like I'm for me, I'm willing to. Now, granted, does that mean I'm not gonna go back and watch it dubbed? No, I have to. I'm gonna go back and watch it dubbed because it's just something. It's nostalgic for me. But one thing that got me real hyped, like out of the whole thing, I'm hyped, right? The whole thing I'm hyped. But the moment my bones started like shivering, I'm like, wasn't when when Ichigo and the gang showed up. It's when Ichigo's theme started playing, and it was a different variation of the song to where it just hit different, and I was like, this fits it perfectly.
That
And
song has been remixed so much from every movie, from it like from different arcs. But let me tell you, there are very
that song is
few
iconic, dude.
songs. Yeah, very few songs that can be that cheesy. That can be that just like it's like you're like no, like seriously. So they have a number one's one else, which is a song on their fifth album. Because I have bought every one of these albums overseas. I don't care. I wanted every one of the OSTs. Like if there was one thing I wasn't going to pirate, or I was going to at least get legally, it was Bleach. I'm gonna, and so everyone wanted that because it's like one thing about this show and its OST was that like you don't have access to all the songs you hear. The only first three arcs, you heard different songs that you couldn't even fathom. You heard Reminiscence, which is what I call it. I forgot what the actual name of it is now, but it's part of the oh it's part of it's part of one particular song, but then there's one that's just so epic, and it comes in with this like organ playing. It's when Byakuya does his whole "This is my final form. I want to put everything into one attack." It was such an epic song. Everyone looked for it. You couldn't find it. I'm going off on this tangent to say that apparently this song was available before the freaking anime, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God I didn't have to wait for 3 albums like into 50 episodes before they finally like, okay, OST 8. By the way, here's what you heard on the first episode. It's like,
Yeah.
yes.
Another thing too, Brent, like, because you said you're barely watching the series, right?
Mhm.
I was trying
I will
not to
say
go too
this.
far into spoiler with
Yeah,
that. It's like,
I
it's
was.
like,
So, well, I guess just to clarify, this is for the most part spoiler free, right? We're just giving our impressions on the episode
yes.
and what
I
we
mean,
liked and this and that.
we can give like if there was a specific thing you liked. I was going to bring up the end of it
Well,
because I quoted
yeah,
that word for word. I was like, so give your
well,
report towards the progress of peace. It's like, oh, like, sorry.
well, I never read the manga, and I remember for years Jacob tried to convince me to read the manga because he has read this arc backwards and forth. He's read them all. He's always like, Isaac, if you're such a big fan, you would read this. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna read it until they put it out there, like on as a show. Like that's me going on strike. Like, bring back my show. Because my at that point, I'm like, no, because maybe I'm that one view that they look at the stats and like, we hit our quota, so we don't need an anime. And I'm like, no, nay, I would not submit to this. I will read it once I know it's Greenland. Damn it. But
That's
but I just want to
I
know.
think there's like 800 chapters.
Sweet.
600 and I believe it's 686. I believe.
Yeah. But anyways, but the reason I ask is because, so I mean, you're aware, like, some animes, their movies don't really tie in, and Bleach for the most part doesn't really either. But I will say that they are very fun movies. Naruto movies, they sucked. I'm sorry, they sucked. I did not like one Naruto movie. Am I
Road to
wrong,
Ninja was
Juicy? Did you
decent.
like some?
Road to Ninja wasn't too bad.
But I'm saying
And
for the most part, most of them weren't
but
that
yeah,
great.
most of them were very versus Bleach. All of Bleach's movie, even the most overplayed Bleach movie, which is Memories of Nobody, is a hype.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I
we should
mean
get
the
that.
one. Well,
We should get to
the
those on
one.
a different topic. Like we got like,
Yeah.
sorry guys, we're
No,
not
I'm
trying
saying
to go on too
no,
many
no.
tangents.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but what I'm saying is this. I'm saying for Brent to check those out. Like if
Oh,
don't
yeah.
like
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're gonna watch the animes, I would say check those out because my favorite character has his own movie. But
Diamond
then
Dust Rebellion.
maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty hype, dude. It's pretty hype. And the thing
The
is,
Hellverse is good too. The Hellverse was one of my favorite. That one was good.
yeah.
Like,
But anyways, seeing Soul Society how it is, and how the villains, I guess one would say, came about. I was like, yo, this is because the thing is, if you know the story, because you don't even have to read the manga, if you're just reading the anime, if you know the story and you know Uryu, because Uryu literally tells you everything within the series, within the show. He tells you everything.
First season, you know exactly
First season, you know
why this
exactly.
is
So
happening.
right off the bat, you're kind of like, holy crap, because you like Ichigo and the gang, but at the on the other side of the coin, you're like, but I see where they're coming from. You know, so this whole time, so the Soul Society was at one point a league of villains per se, because you know Ichigo was an anomaly that's not supposed to exist. They they settle their differences, they become an ally, and then these other people show up, and then you're just like, but now I'm torn.
Yeah.
Now I'm torn because like I didn't like Society. I didn't like the Soul Reapers at one point, but now they're my buddies. But now you guys are here, and I'm like, you guys got a point. So like, I can't really be mad.
That's the point of Bleach. That was one thing. Bleach is one of the I guess the figureheads of the anime that started the whole. It's not as black and white. It's not like nothing's as good or as evil. You're supposed to feel for the villain to some degree, with exceptions, of course. But I think it's pretty great. We're gonna leave it there because Britt, if you're gonna read it, I'd read it. It's so good. It's so good,
I'm
and I
probably not
can't wait.
gonna read it.
That's fair. That's fair. No,
It's
it's
a
fine.
long one.
It is a long one, and if you don't, that's okay too. It's coming. But guys, final thoughts on it. So I'm saying 10 out of 10. That's a way to start it. And honestly, with Chainsaw Man coming out the next day, tomorrow, really. Obviously, guys, it's going to be released on the day that Chainsaw Man is supposed to come out. So really today. But we want to put this out, and we're going to try and get these videos out a day later, so that way it gives you time. Isaac brought up a good point, so that way there's no like you got 24 hours, not spoil it for yourselves. But let's be fair, if you're looking for this beautiful face, if you're looking for this moment, if you're looking for this discussion, did you really care about spoilers? But I think 10 for 10. What do y'all think? Final words? Is it a 10?
Go ahead. Brent.
I don't. I make it a policy not to give anything numbers anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how about
yeah.
this? How about this? How many soul candies out of 10 would you give it?
I would. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited for next week. I'm excited to follow this every week.
It's in the upper tier, maybe not top tier, but it's up there in interest.
I'm like, there. I'm gonna have to watch almost every day.
That's worth, dude. It's worth it, dude. It's so worth it.
Like, yeah, I'm excited.
Ice, what do you think?
I give it 11 soul candies out of 10. Soul candies.
There we go. There we go. Now I'm
yeah.
biased, but really, it's the
You know,
only opinion that matters. So
you know what I can compare this to? Just real quick, this launch, or not this launch, but like this first episode. The hype for it, for me personally, I would put it up there with Attack on Titan. For me, personally, that hype for me is there, bro.
The hardest thing would be to compare the hype between it and My Hero Academia's first episode of the season. That would be a good debate.
I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen that one.
You need to catch that, and then we should watch Chainsaw Man and consider maybe a discussion on which one won on its debut for this season.
It's okay. I know it's soft topic. It's going to be Chainsaw Man tomorrow.
Well, he's calling it, baby. We got to see it. Well, that's a talk for another time. So we're gonna
going to be
iconic
Chainsaw.
words.
All right.
Iconic
So real quick
words.
before you stop recording, if you like the content, make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed. If you disagree with us, go ahead and give us a dislike and tell us why in the comments down below. And you can also
My
hit up
heart.
Whip here. He's been, huh?
I said, yeah,
I'll break
break
your
my
heart.
heart. Like disagree with me on one of the greatest it starts to another season after 10
And
years.
Mr. Brent
Thanks.
here has his own podcast, which I'm sure. Are you streaming that one that episode?
I stream my generic podcast, just where we talk about whatever, on Thursdays, but I do have other anime programming throughout the week.
There you go. So
What's
his
that,
link will be down in the description below, and check us on Thursday at 9:30 because we're gonna have our own podcast. Also, make sure to ring notification bell because I've been streaming a lot lately. So stop by, check it out.
Well, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Brent, for being here. Thank you, Ice, for sitting down for a second. Thank you for letting me run this. Makes me feel like a real boy. And we'll catch y'all next week.